Okay, my sincerest apologies to everyone for the delayed debate, debate number 2 this evening, especially to Siddharth. Siddharth, thank you very much. Siddharth sent me a text. Can I share it with everyone, Siddharth?
Yeah, you should.
Can I share it? It's on light. Siddharth says that a VVIP is one who makes others wait. So he said, I've been waiting for this debate to start, so who's the VIP, you or me? So I think that was a nice one on a lighter note. It shows your sense of humor, Siddharth. Shows that politicians haven't lost their sense of humor. In this case, my sincerest apologies to all of you. Let's begin the debate. Modi was extremely harsh today. I think we'll start by getting Aarti Jairath on this. Aarti, do you think Modi was being, very angry? Was it like a conscious, deliberate anger that he was projecting to put the opposition on the back foot, or do you think he has genuine grievances against the opposition, being an obstacle?
No, I think he was trying to put the opposition on the back foot.
That's it, not sincere.
And the thing is, Arnab, we saw Manmohan Singh through his entire tenure. Every time he was on the back foot in his party, he used to attack the BJP.
Right.
And I would put this in a sort of similar thing. I think that Narendra Modi is definitely on the back foot himself.
Yeah.
And so he is sort of trying to divert it by attacking the opposition. And he's at his oratorial best when he's hitting the Congress, because that's what he's been doing for the last 30 years.
So you think he's actually being unfair on the opposition, you're saying?
Well, at the end of the day, Arnab, the government has to manage the political environment to get its business done.
Yeah.
I mean, the opposition, as we've seen in the past when the BJP was in opposition and now the Congress is in opposition, they tend to behave very irresponsibly.
Sure. Okay.
They oppose for the sake of opposing.
Yeah.
It is for the government to manage the political environment and get its business done.
The question being put here, and I'll put that to Siddharth and then I'll come to you. What do you expect? The opposition will do the opposition's job. What are you complaining about? Narendra Modi, when he says, you're placing obstacle before us, he's sounding like, Manmohan Singh did when he accused the opposition of politicizing everything. I mean, the opposition does politicize everything. Didn't you politicize everything when you were in the opposition, Siddharth? Siddharth, why don't you?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Well, no, certainly. Arnab, I have no disagreement when you say that. Opposition is there to raise opposition, so there's nothing unusual you're saying. It is absolutely right. What we are trying to do is something which is unusual. What Mr. Modi has said, that there are issues which relates to the nation building, and in that he is particularly hit on the poor and the farmers' issues, and there he has said we can be objectively opposing, or for the sake there are many things, let's criticize me in particular or our policies, but on this, when we talk about poverty alleviation, when we talk about the farmers' welfare, let's all get together and try to resolve. If you feel that we are anti-farmer on certain things on land acquisition, please do suggest to us, and we will be able to correct it. But in the same time, we are within our right to point to them that you have taken 120 years to make a land acquisition changes.
No, one sec. Siddharth, this was a political speech. The Prime Minister's vote of thanks was a political speech. I'm sorry, I'll let Brajesh respond to you, but just one quick observation on my side. I think it's rich for you to speak of national interest now when you made it a habit, to oppose for opposition's sake when you were in power. I can give you thousands of examples. You opposed FDI in insurance.
It was again a national interest.
You opposed FDI in insurance tooth and nail. When in opposition, your cabinet passed an ordinance on the same thing when you came to power.
We did tooth and nail, and we'll continue to do that.
So then why are you complaining?
Mr. Arnab,
okay, I'll let Brajesh respond to you.
Tooth and nail we'll still oppose. When we oppose 2G, when we raise on the Colgate, Parliament in function, you have realized today, after 2 years, that today that 1,86,000 crore or 1,76,000 crore was a peanut. What we are realizing today in the sale of transparent auctions of the coal blocks and also on the spectrum. This is where the country was being led, and we wanted to, Congress wanted to bury it under the parliamentary debate.
In 2013, now you're promulgated an ordinance. I mean, I think you need to recall that you had raised serious concerns over the bill, saying decisions on land should not be taken in haste, that the interests of farmers ought to be protected.
No, certainly
these were your positions. Let us not forget, you had asked the previous government to err on the side of caution.
There was a political call by the Congress. There was a political call by the Congress. We took a political call, but at the same time, the Congress was moving forward by paying 4 times compensation. So we were within our right to accept it, but then to change it later.
मौका दीजिए. देख ऐसा है. See, you have to first understand.
अरे सर मौका ही मौका दिया है अर्नब गोस्वामी दे तो मौका.
Thank you. आपने तो बहुत मौका लिया. देखिए, insofar as the Prime Minister's jibes, he made 5 jibes against the Congress party, in which he said that first he spoke about MGNREGA, and he said, no, I'm going to continue this MGNREGA only so long as it keeps reminding the Congress of its failures.
Misinterpretation.
Right? No, that's what he said.
Misinterpretation.
That's what he said.
Certainly. No, you are saying the Prime Minister is... No, one minute.
Yeah.
One second.
No, there is
because
a
I'll get a counter
also.
to that from Mr. Rajagopal from his understanding here.
Yeah.
You are alleging that Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, I am going to try and ensure that Manrega continues to fail so that it proves the failure of the Congress party.
Mr. Kalappa,
No, Mr. Rajagopal.
Mr. Rajagopal. It is purely a misinterpretation. What Modi said was different and what you given interpretation is different.
What did Modi say in your
Modi's interpretation was that, Manrega, in 60 years, you have given the people of India a digging style. That is what he has mentioned. Khudai karne ke liye beja hai 60 saal mein. That is what he mentioned. But his anger is justified, Mr. Arnab. Modi's anger is justified because between last session and this session, he has taken a jibe at Congress. Do you need a visa to come to Parliament? That is the anger he gave it to.
That is not
He's the Prime Minister of the country. Why does he need to say that?
Why Congress is doing that?
That is not a congressman who gave that jibe.
Didn't the BJP do that? Didn't the BJP do that for 10 years? Look at the number of sessions. Rajgopalan, look at the number of sessions that were held up because of the BJP.
Sessions Congress attended.
What about the BJP?
Completely wrong.
In Australia, what he
Derek
did.
O'Brien who said that, and it was not a congressman.
He did not yield.
Derek O'Brien belongs to
Congress was at the back foot today.
The comment, gentlemen, one second. The comment, one second. The comment. First of all, I don't know why Narendra Modi had to make that reference. I'm saying Narendra Modi said today in Parliament, I'll get you the exact quote, where he said that, that while I was trying to push for, better relations with foreign countries, the opposition was asking whether I need a visa to return to Parliament.
That is anger, Arnab.
No, but the point is...
the main anger against Congress.
The basic point...
He gave mouthful to them because of Manrega. That is the one.
The point is not a Congress member.
The basic point. Brajesh Kalappa, come to the basic point.
Yeah, so the basic points are not...
The basic point is very simple.
Yeah.
The basic point, I want you to come to the point. The basic point is that here is the Prime Minister of India. 1 second. What my reading is, here's the Prime Minister of India. He's really frustrated. He's saying, I want to do Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. You mock me and you accuse me of adopting Congress schemes by changing names. He says, when I'm trying to improve relations with the country, in Parliament, you are asking why I'm away. Do I need a visa to come back to Parliament? The fact is, you need to introspect. You're targeting, he is basically saying you're personally targeting me is placing you in a situation where you want to settle your scores with Narendra Modi more than look at national interest. Now answer that charge. I'll get Siddharth respond. Siddharth, I'll let you respond to that, but Brajesh, answer that charge.
The nation will make an observation, Arnab, in regard to who's settling scores when the Prime Minister of India denies a party which scores more than 11 crore votes, which gets more than 11 crore votes, where their own party gets 14 crore odd votes, by denying them a LOP status.
Oh, God.
No, please.
Denying them leader of opposition.
Who's going to... Who is settling scores? The people of the nation will decide. Let's leave it to the people of the nation.
So what are you saying? Brajesh Kalappa, I want Siddharth to respond to this. 1 second. You want to watch? One minute. I see no reason. I see no link. I see absolutely no link. You are saying today a party that gets 11 crore votes, a party which gets 44 seats, whatever, you don't give us leader of opposition status. How do you expect us to feel? So we are going to hit back. Siddharth wants to respond to that. I don't see why Rahul Gandhi becoming leader of opposition status.
I didn't say we have hit back. In the first place,
why are you bringing up this
Arun Jaitley. Arun Jaitley in the first place is the one who said that the onus of running parliament is on the government. It's not on the opposition. So why is he now changing his stand? The onus of running parliament is on the government.
So basically what he's saying is Siddharth Brajesh Kalappa is saying to you, we are giving you a taste of your own medicine. Boliye.
No, we don't need their taste. Their taste is very awful. But let me put it that, it's a constitutional requirement and you should introspect rather than pointing to us why did you come to a level in 14th Lok Sabha that you got only 44 seats? Please introspect and ask the person who has run away from the day of the opening of the parliament. I think you will get an answer if you introspect rather than pointing to the BJP. Now coming on a very serious thing, that is regarding Manrega, the visa comment and the other Swachh Bharat comment. Manrega, you all have been spreading a propaganda that BJP is trying to slash the Manrega funds, which was incorrect, and in that response he gave, but at the same time said that, look, you have failed, but there is a challenge, there is an underline. Mr. Karappa, don't miss that underline, that I will not allow it to die, but there is a challenge where BJP will prove that Manrega can be successful. You should be scared for that. Please read that underline. Secondly, on a visa,
that is not the words he used. That is not the words he used. I must correct you. I must correct you, Siddharth Singh. What he said amounted to a cruel joke on the poor farmer, a cruel joke on untrained workers, a cruel joke on the people who have no training, who have no skills. This was a cruel joke by the Prime Minister of India on this poor peasant.
What is the cruel joke?
The cruel joke is what is the point?
What is the cruel joke? One second. Brajesh Kalappa, one second. Brajesh Kalappa, 1 second. What is a cruel joke? 1 minute. Just 1 minute, Siddharth. Just 1 minute, Siddharth.
That the Prime Minister was giving.
The Prime Minister says today, Manrega is, what does he say? He says it's a symbol of your greatest failures. Now I'll tell you. Please don't say cruel. It is a cruel joke. Mr. Kalappa, the job cards are not... 1 second. Job cards are not issued to 12,455 households in 6 states. It is a cruel joke that in 31% of verified panchayats, Manrega annual plans are not prepared. It is a cruel joke that 95 lakh cases of wrong wage calculation are found in 18 states. It is a cruel joke that there are thousands of ghost workers found in panchayats all across the country, especially in the states of Assam. And it is a cruel joke that 18 to 54% of Gram Panchayat checked showed irregular Manrega records. So let me tell you this. When the Prime Minister is saying...
We never said the job was done. We said it was job in progress. It was something which was in progress. We had laid the basic foundation. Of course, there was a lot of work to be done. Whoever said the job was over...
Just a minute. The Prime Minister's basic argument is that you are putting political interests over national interests. You did.
No, I'm sorry if you read it that way. This is a total complete misreading. I must point out when the Prime Minister of India says that the Congress had a scheme. The Congress had a scheme in which we were only allowing people to dig,
what has happened today? Just one minute.
You're talking about putting political interests over national interests. Yes, the Congress rushed that land bill through.
Because they had electoral considerations in mind.
That's right. And
so they had put political interest over national interest.
Why did the BJP go along with it? They could have opposed it. They didn't. They supported it unanimously. Sushma Swaraj stood up in the Lok Sabha and said that this is my bill.
Okay, Siddharth. Let Siddharth
move to a good extent. At least we were going through an 120-year-old act which was not benefiting the farmers. So we supported it. But at the same time, there was also a political reason. The Congress were throwing an electoral card. If we had opposed also, they would have taken us also on it, on politically. So there were both the reasons. One, where the 120 years of 120 years old act was being amended.
But today, Siddharth Singh,
Aarti, you must listen.
Loan to Mr. Adani.
Aarti, you got to listen.
1 billion loan to Mr. Adani and on the other hand, taking away the farmers' land.
I'm being blunt to it.
As a pro-rich party.
Gentlemen,
as a pro-rich party with no...
The suicide is happening because there is no water. Aarti, you should also ponder and introspect that why the farmers are committing suicide. The farmers are committing suicide because there is no water, there is no irrigation. And for irrigation, I'm sorry, Aarti, farmers do need irrigation, and for that you do need land. How do you get land? Not by keeping those 13 acts of the parliament out of the 2013 act.
Saying
you need to bring it into the 2013
there is a prominent
that is the
BJP
reality.
leader.
Please, as a journalist, promote it.
There is a prominent BJP leader from Maharashtra who, it is alleged, runs certain plants, factories, whatever you say, to which water from several irrigation projects is diverted to, and that is seen to be one of the reasons why farmers in that area commit suicide. So don't tell me today that the BJP has suddenly realized the need for irrigation, because when water is short, water is diverted to politicians' factories.
You have tried
I'm taking the debate. But my bigger question is this. My bigger question. Siddharth, bigger question. Siddharth, 1 minute left, bigger question.
If you go with an agenda, I would be very happy if the Times now leaves that agenda and with Arnab Goswami, and I will come along with you. Please see on the ground, picture it and see what the benefit to the farmers are coming in that area and to that leader whom you're pointing.
So you did a U-turn after you came to power. That's all I'm saying. You see, my job is to point out U-turns when I see them.
No, I don't take a U-turn. I beg to differ. You tried, but
you did U-turns now. Again, you provoked me. I'm going to come back and I'll tell you where you did U-turns now. 1 second, please. Anyway, I'll have another debate on the BJP's U-turns. Today I'm a little short of time, but I have enough evidence of the BJP's U-turns.
Me on this debate.
You ask Rajnath Singh. I want Rajnath Singh to give me an interview on agriculture today. Then I want to play out his speech 1 year back, and you'll realize who's done the U-turn. My last question is, by the way, how long is it going to carry on, Brajesh? You know, the government has been given a mandate. You've decided that with your 44 MPs and your relative support in the Rajya Sabha, you're going to make life as difficult for them as possible. So what? You want the country to go for a toss, is it? For the next 4.5 years,
Arnab,
you will make your political point.
Arnab, you'll have to appreciate one thing, whether you like it or not, that the last time a lady called Sadhvi, that lady Jyoti, she came to parliament only because of the pressure which the Congress party put on her, right? So without pressure, you'll find Mr. Bhagwat making a statement that, you know, Mother Teresa was a bigot, and, you know, you'll find all kinds of people like this. So this is something which I think you'll also have
on the other side, you know, the Congress sounds like the BJP sounds like the Congress, the VVIP culture continues. Bills are not being passed. We are heading towards an unproductive session of Parliament. I just hope the budget is different tomorrow. We look forward to what happens there. Thank you very much. We hate status quos here. But thank you very much for joining me on debate number 2. On debate number 3 tonight, why did Gadkari get a French cruise sponsored? Couldn't he have paid for it? Back in a few minutes.